All right, so today I want to talk about something which is pretty common in the entrepreneur industry. What you need to understand today that we're going to be talking about is that there are a few things that are keeping you stuck, and whether it be in business, whether it be in life, whether it be in your habits, right? So these are some five habits that are basically keeping you stuck wherever you're at. If you feel stuck, it's not because you're cursed, it's because you're doing five habits that are guaranteeing basically that you stay where you are, right? So the first habit that you have to understand is that you're consuming more than you execute, right? You don't have a clarity problem, you have an implementation problem. You're binging on content hoping it'll replace the action you have to take. It really won't. I promise you guys, it won't. Information does not change your life, reps do. You have to actually do the stuff instead of keep studying, instead of keep gaining knowledge. You have to actually do the stuff, right? Which brings me to point number two, which is waiting for perfect conditions. You're acting like the world always owes you the right timing. It does not, right? You have to keep moving. You have to. Perfection is just procrastination wearing a nice suit. So cut the BS. You have to not wait for perfect conditions. Just start. Starting is the perfect condition, right? Which brings me to point number three, solving problems that don't exist yet. You're planning for scenarios that haven't even happened. That's basically avoidance. You have to solve the problems which are in front of you. You have to get ahead of yourself and not the ones you invented to actually feel productive, right? Solve things that matter. I emphasize this in all my videos. Do stuff that actually moves the needle, and then you'll see the needle moving and you'll actually see progress, right? Which brings me to point number four, asking for permission instead of building competence. You cut cut the crap. Stop asking people, do you think this is a good idea, right? You're just outsourcing your confidence. Competence is what creates confidence. Take that risk. And once you take that risk, okay, it doesn't work, cool. Confidence creates action and it builds confidence, right? So feedback should refine the work and it should not replace doing the work, essentially. I'm not saying don't ask people, but it should only be, your work should only get better after asking. It should not replace what you're doing, right? So for example, if someone tells you that, oh, I'm going to start a marketing agency, and they're like, oh, no, 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 don't start. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool, this person said so, they're very close to me, so I'm not going to start. No, just start the work and use feedback for refining what you're actually doing, right? Which brings me to the last habit, tolerating low standards from yourself. Your biggest asset is your time. You keep promises you make to everyone except yourself. And that is the biggest thing that's holding you back. It actually hampers your self respect. This is something I struggle with as well. If I don't do something that's on my list, then I'm basically holding back from my full potential. And I know I can do better, but I'm not. Your standards determine your direction. If you want a bigger life, raise the floor. You don't have to raise this ceiling, right? So if you want to get unstuck, you don't need a new book, new course, none of that crap. You need to stop doing the things that hold you in place, right? Replace these five things and your life will pull itself forward. I know this is super direct, but I promise you this is the stuff that actually works. This is the stuff that has proven to work for me. So all you have to do is just, like they say, lock in on your stuff and keep it going. And that's all that matters.